Welcome to the Football Opinionated podcast. Today I'm joined by Bud, Chelsea fan, and Conall, a Brighton fan. We'll be going through the FA Cup games at the weekend and Chelsea's sacking of Lampard, looking at our fantasy Premier League and making predictions for the week's game.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Right, so we'll start with weekend's FA Cup results. Obviously, the biggest game was United-Liverpool, 3-2 to United. Obviously, Bruno Fernandes scoring the winner with the free kick. Obviously, Liverpool at the moment struggling a bit. United, top of the league, and, well, I think City are actually top at the moment. Or United, I'm not actually sure, but United doing well. What did you guys think of the game?
I think it was always going to be United. I think United was always going to win that, especially in Liverpool's run of form at the minute.
The first ages I thought United were actually going to win it. Like for ages, I don't remember last time I thought, United are going to beat Liverpool. Like that was the first time.
That's true,
yeah, I definitely think, and they dominated the game as well. It wasn't just like lucky. I think personally, they deserved it.
No, Liverpool look so shady at the minute anyway. So I always thought United was going to win that, no matter what. Especially,
I think they're struggling to score goals as well, and without Van Dijk, I think obviously they're a bit shaky at the back as well.
I don't know why they don't get a centre back. Like, I just don't know why they haven't signed a centre back.
They could have kept genuinely.
I think Klopp said that they didn't have the money or something to sign a centre back, but I'm not sure why they haven't even gone in for like a cheap defender, because
Reece Williams ain't good enough, is he? Some of the tweets after. It's harsh because he shouldn't even be playing the game. Absolutely torn apart.
Yeah,
they should have loaned someone like Tomori. He just needs AC Milan. Like, he needed game time.
I think it's a bit unfair the abuse he's getting when he's just a kid getting chucked in one of the biggest games. Yeah. Even though it's just, some people might say just FA Cup, but the biggest rivals. I think it's a bit unfair away at Old Trafford to chuck a kid in and then expect him to do well.
Yeah, exactly. Especially with like an informed Bruno Fernandes and all them not playing.
Did Rashford come off the bench? Didn't he?
Oh, he started. He
started.
Yeah.
And that pass.
They brought on Bruno Fernandes. That was it, wasn't it? That was the difference in it. Because Liverpool had no one to bring on. They brought on a Regan Shaqiri, didn't they, or something?
I think
just a couple of
Mane came on as well, but he didn't really look. I think the front three look a bit. I know Salah scored, but I just think they look a bit out of.
He carried it, didn't they?
Definitely.
Yeah. Do you think Liverpool will win the league this season, or do you think they're going to drop further?
I don't think they'll win it. No way.
Do you think United will above Liverpool?
It's
hard. With Van Dijk out for that long, I think they probably will. I reckon it'll be like a third.
I think United, second and third, a hot and cold team. When they're on it, like at the moment, they're amazing. But I think they can have. And if I
think Fernandes can carry them right up there. To be honest, he's that good at the moment.
If Fernandes gets injured at any point, then they'll start falling off. They'll start falling off.
And then obviously we had Man City were taken close by Cheltenham. Cheltenham 1-0 up for quite a lot of the game, and then obviously Phil Foden scored in the 82nd minute. Did you think Cheltenham were going to win that at any point?
Right. I would never have said that they were going to win from the start, but when they went 1-0 up, they could have just proper defended that.
It was terrible. I know they're League Two and that, but they'll be gutted at the last couple goals they conceded.
Yeah.
Equaliser especially, it wasn't just a chip into the box, or one of them was just a chip straight over the back four.
They were offside, but Foden was definitely onside. But
miles on.
It would have been amazing to see them knock City out and give.
Oh, mental! That'd be mental. It would just literally open up the competition as well. Literally, then you got Tottenham, Chelsea, so many other teams.
With Liverpool out now as well, and obviously. Arsenal got knocked out by Southampton. They were looking like they were sort of getting back to playing well, but I think, and again, they just looked like they just fell apart.
I think their run of games that they won have just been easy games. I think, obviously, beating Chelsea wasn't a big thing. It was the way we was playing. We just looked shambles pretty much for the last 5 to 6 games anyway. So beating us was just, we played awful. And they obviously had Newcastle, Brighton, West Brom, just all teams that they should be winning, really.
It wasn't actually Arsenal getting better, just the teams they
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I don't really, personally, I know obviously I'm a bit biased, but I don't really rate Arteta that much. I don't think he's really done a lot since he's gone there.
So many inexperienced managers in it, like Lampard going, Arteta, like it's time really, Solskjaer as well. It's like, it's just interesting because they're the ones that are inconsistent. It's the ones that aren't experienced. Like you've got Guardiola and Klopp. They can sort of
employing ex-players and thinking that they're going to be managers just
straight away as well.
Yeah. And then Spurs won 4-1 last night. They were obviously again like City taking close, and then just ran away with it at the end.
Ran away with it.
Didn't they both games? Like deja vu almost watching that.
Yeah.
City.
I thought Wickham played really well. To be fair, yeah, we struggled quite a lot defensively, and then obviously when our best players like Ndombele, Son, and Kane came on, the game
didn't help. Shocker as well. I don't know what he was doing for any of those goals, to be honest. He was terrible.
Winks' goal, he wasn't even really in.
Yeah. I know he made the save and Claude tried to get back and get in, but I don't know what he's. Yeah, it's crazy. Like a Sunday league keeper, honestly. Helped you out there.
Where's David Stockdale?
Oh, I have no idea.
They play him. They didn't play him.
He still plays.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was on the bench.
Oh,
if he wasn't on the bench and he's behind that lad, then
he's got no.
He bottled it. He bottled it on the big stage.
How do you guys rate Ndombele in terms of Prem midfielders? Obviously, I'm a bit biased, but I would say he's definitely right up there.
Oh yeah, right now at this moment in time, he's as good as anyone. I think
he's right up there. As a number 8, I don't think he's at the top. I think Mason Mount at the moment is at the top.
Yeah, great though, because Marino plays him front of the midfield.
Where does he play? I don't. Yeah, when I don't watch
number 10. He did play number 8 the other day, but I just think he's so good to watch. Like, you know, those footballers that
he's very good on the ball. Yeah, he's so good to watch.
I think he's only going to get better as well. Like,
his goal of a week will give him so much confidence. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, that goal.
Last night, like the footwork and the no-look finish. I just think after a bad first season, like it just looks like a completely different.
He do a no-look finish?
Yeah, for the second goal. When
I didn't even realise.
And when he shot, he looked the other way.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, I didn't see it at the time, but I saw the video after, and he did that.
Crazy.
And then obviously under goals, Basuma's rocket. That was king.
He only scores
absolute peach.
Only scores well, dude.
There's nothing.
That was an absolute peach.
Crop post and in or stanchion.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the furthest goal he scored out for us as well. Like, I think it's at least 30 yards, but around about 30 yards anyway. It's absolutely miles out.
He did struggle after that goal. He didn't really.
Oh yeah, no, we just can't score. Like we battered them. Like they had one chance and they scored it, and then that second half was just an onslaught. I don't think we got near our goal once, and like they did well to hold on to a 2-1, but honestly, it should have been about 6-1 at the end. I think Morpay missed an open goal. Proper missed a good header. Trossard, we can't finish.
I saw a thing you liked on Twitter, kind of about it was like a picture of before Basuma had his shot. It's like he can score from here, and then Marpay he had it was next to the goal, and he said he can't even score from here.
Morpay, I love Morpay, but he can't finish. The whole team can't finish. Blackpool did well though.
The issue with Brighton this season, I think they played well, but just can't finish.
Yeah. And we can see silly goals to Gary Medine with 20 seconds before half time. It doesn't help as well when you
Gary Medine.
Yeah. I didn't even know. Last time I heard him, he was playing for Bolton.
Yeah, I don't get how he went from Cardiff.
He's everywhere.
Yeah, Cardiff signed him, and then he went to Blackpool. How's that?
Yeah, crazy. And then big news for the week, obviously after FA Cup games. Obviously Chelsea won 3-1 at the weekend with Werner missing a penalty. They tried to get confidence. You think he'll come?
Dodgy bloke. Yeah, I think he will. German manager coming in. I think fingers crossed anyway that Tuchel can get him going, especially with Havertz as well.
Yes.
Obviously
the big news was Lampard being sacked yesterday. What do you think? Do you agree with it? Are you against it?
No, I don't agree with it at all. I think it's stupid decision. I know we've had a bad run of form, but that's not. I think that's his first actual bad spell he's had. Like last season, he comes in when Abramovich appointed him. He must knew what would come along with an inexperienced manager in the Prem, especially for Chelsea. He shouldn't expect high and keep on consistency winning games. But now it's our first little bad run of form, and he goes. Just give him more time.
I think Abramovich has noticed how open the league is, and he's seen that down. And this is a good shot for you to win the league.
It's still so close, but I still don't get it. Like he should have had at least to the end of the season because he's had 200 mil to sign his players, but he's only had half a season to actually get them to go. Like he needs a bit more longer to get them all going.
I think that's the main thing, though, is money that Abramovich has shelled out, and then he's not seeing, especially in COVID times, spending like 2 mil on players, and then you're not seeing. Realistically, you're playing worse than you were last season.
But
biggest reason.
It's hard. I think it's still very harsh to sack him. Like bringing in a club legend is there for 18 months and sacking him.
Yeah,
I think find it weird how he's gone for Lampard and then not giving him the time because you know he's going to take time and the way
exactly.
Almost like Abramovich can't accept there might be a season where you don't really do anything and you just kind of settle down.
I think that's a really good point. Like, if you're going to employ someone like Lampard, you have to
accept it.
If you employ someone like it's like you know what he's going to do. You accept the football might not.
Exactly. Yeah.
But if
you can't sack.
And we had the season with the transfer ban as well, and the young law, and we got Champions League, and that's one season. But this season, he's actually been able to buy players, so we should have a season to actually get them going.
Yeah.
And then so I think he should have had longer.
I think obviously Chelsea fans see it because he's a club legend. Personally, I think it was the right decision. I don't think he really would.
Yeah, no, definitely. Because if it wasn't a club legend like Lampard, everyone would be saying for him to go.
I think maybe a bit tinted by him being a club legend because I think if you look at your squad and the results and
it's definitely we should be up there with the squad we've got. We should be up there challenging. It shouldn't be ninth.
Yeah, and then obviously Tuchel coming in. Do you think that was the right appointment, both of you, or do you think you should have waited for someone else?
I think it could be the right appointment, but I think there wasn't that many available managers that and it wouldn't be a good idea to rush and get someone, I don't know, like Rafa Benitez and left his job in China or someone like that. So at least someone who knows what he's doing is coming in, and hopefully he can sort things out. And if he gets Werner and Havertz going, it should be good. It should be.
It's interesting how Chelsea always go for big names in managers. It seems like obviously you have Mourinho, people like that. Can't think of any more off the top of my head, but they seem to always be bigger names. It's interesting how you never really do what Tottenham do and go for like a Pochettino from Southampton or someone that's like a bit more discreet, like the Leipzig manager is another one. Forgot his name.
Yeah,
but he's more like, I don't know, overachieving if you like. I feel like those managers can sometimes be like really good appointments, like Pochettino. It's interesting, you never really go for them.
But I also a bit worried about him not using the young players as much because when he was at PSG, he was interested in signing players like Rudiger and Jorginho. So I feel like now if he comes in and see they're there, but Rudiger was one of the players who's trying to drive Lampard out of the club. So I feel like now he's probably happy that Tuchel's coming in, and if he starts over players like Zuma and Jorginho starting over players more than Gilmour, then I don't know.
Like Tuchel can't get anything out of Werner and Havertz, and not many managers will be able to be honest.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of pressure on Tuchel as well because if he doesn't succeed, it's like, what was the point in getting rid of the club?
I feel like that's one of the main reasons I think it was stupid because I think Abramovich should have seen in Lampard that it's going to be a long-term thing, someone who has to be there a long time and he's going to have to build his empire. But I can see Tuchel just being another 2-year job and him getting sacked after 5.
Same as always.
Literally like what's been happening in the last 10 years.
And Chelsea's sort of identity was kind of changing, but then clearly not with.
Yeah, exactly. With Lampard coming in, all the youth coming in. We used to just be that just a big foreign team with just a handful of English players. Now we're using the youth and using more English players. I think that's going to have an impact on them now. Players like Mason Mount, who's literally been with Lampard at Derby, he brought him into the team, played over 60 games already since the start of last season. Been the captain in the FA Cup, which at 22 being a captain at Chelsea is massive. So
yeah,
I wouldn't see Tuchel coming in and giving him a captain again.
Tammy Abraham's another one as well. Like, he's quite inconsistent. Yeah. He goes through a bad run of form. We'd be interested if Tuchel just gets rid of him, or if Lampard leaving will have an effect on him and Reece James, people like that. Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Lampard,
like in terms of players like James, Mount, Abraham, do you think this is a bad thing for England, like Chilwell, in terms of them maybe not getting as much game time?
I think it's hard. I think Chilwell, James, Mount, I think they've kind of like solidified their spot in the team now. Like, you can't, when you think about Chilwell, Alonso or Emerson's not going to get over him. I don't think Aspilicueta is going to get over Reece James that much this season. Mount, there's no one better than Mount in our team at the minute, so he has to play him. But it depends. I think if Giroud leaves at the end of the season, and if Tuchel's getting a striker, it's just going to be another competition up front. It depends if he wants to play Werner up front or on the wing. I mean, you just don't know.
Yeah, it's a tricky one. I think.
Yeah, it's quite hard.
And I don't think you can really judge him on this season. I think because it's obviously halfway through and no fans.
Exactly. Yeah.
A budget. I think next season will be the one to see if Tuchel's really had a big impact. Another big thing this week, which Conall actually brought up, was the offside rule. Obviously, it was a while ago. The issue of Mings and Rodri in the Man City game, when he came from behind Mings and stole the ball after Mings had took it down, and it wasn't given offside. Obviously, to Villa's frustration, but there's been a new thing come out today, wasn't there, Conall, about the offside rule, and that it was actually wrong and it should have been.
Yeah. From now on, they're going to give that offside, which has always been the case for the last 5 years, and it honestly baffles me how.
Yeah, like, even Harry didn't go.
You've never seen that, have you? Once that decision happened, where like the ball deflects and then the player's been given onside because of the deflection. That's the same thing for me. So 2 touches, the same as the ball deflecting twice. You're still offside regardless. Like, it's really bizarre, especially for the Premier League and the refs to come out and back the referee and say that was the correct decision, and so a full U-turn a week later. It's just, I'd be fuming if I was Dean Smith. And
I think they keep changing rules during the season as well, like with the handball law.
It's mental.
It's unfair.
That's completely.
Teams have it like Villa did, and then if that happens in the next game, Man City could benefit from the law being changed. So it's like, I think you can't have different rules in different games.
I think the game is going. I think it's slowly going. The rules keep on changing. Like, there's a new rule every day. It's just.
I can't believe that rules mid-season. Like, it's honestly.
I know, it's a joke.
It's like, I've played football all my life, and for the last 10 years before this season, I've never seen as many rules, and now he's got more rule change than he's ever seen in one season. His whole career.
But just the issue when this happened, like, no one knew what the actual, like, there was like a massive debate because no one knew if it was actually offside or not. Like, it should be a lot clearer than that. Everyone should be able to tell if it is offside or not.
It's just a fact. You've never seen that happen before. You've never seen that being given onside. Otherwise, you'd remember it. Do you know what I mean? So the fact it's never happened and being given on just made me feel really weird about it. I think that's what the fuss was about. And then VAR just kind of, it makes refs overthink it and stuff. Like, the liner should put his flag up, but he doesn't. Pretty thinking the VAR will give it, and the VAR don't because they've mucked up. And it's like, it's just all a mess, isn't it?
Yeah. It was a strange one. So obviously there's a few games tonight. So we're recording this on Tuesday. There's obviously games on Wednesday, then it's Spurs Liverpool on Thursday. So I'm just gonna get the fixtures up now.
I forgot to have a think, please. I'm gonna have to do it off the top of my head.
We'll do some predictions, and then
read them out.
We'll get people to do predictions each week, and we'll get like a tally, see who gets the most out of everyone. Maybe there might even be a little prize involved. So
writing down as we go along.
First game at 6 is Palace against West Ham at Selhurst Park. So obviously West Ham are doing quite well this season. Won the last few games in a row as well.
Good at home as well.
It's away at Palace though tonight.
Is it away?
Yeah.
Well, I changed my mind. I was going to say something else.
What do you guys think?
I think it's a West Ham win. I think they've won the last 6, haven't they? The last 5, the last 6.
Yeah.
And Antonio's scoring. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a 2-0 West Ham.
Yeah.
Little 2-0.
Was going to go West Ham, but now I'm leaning more towards a 1-1. I think Palace is just so defensive, home and away. They won't let Antonio get that kind of space that like West Brom did. I think it will be 1-1. It's a hard maybe.
It is a hard one. It is a hard one.
I think it'll be 2-1 West Ham. I think they are playing well at the moment, and Palace are struggling a little bit at the moment. I think obviously they got smashed by Man City last week. Obviously that's Man City, but I just
even before then, not looking good.
Yeah,
they lack goals. And then obviously Newcastle Leeds is the other game at 6. I think Leeds will win that personally. I think Newcastle, Steve Bruce close to getting sacked.
Based on Villa, last week, Newcastle were terrible. Absolutely, they're just hoofing crosses into Carroll. Yeah. No game at all. Villa were there for the taking for me. They didn't even like they were trying. Like especially for the first half an hour, I thought Newcastle could get a goal here, and then just easing them for Villa.
Yeah, I think Leeds will win that. I don't think Leeds have been great recently. Yeah. Newcastle.
No.
I think it'll be close. I think Newcastle is a big game for them. They know it's Leeds have just lost to us. Obviously, they're thinking if we need to get a winner, I think it'll be 2-1 Leeds. I think I'm going to go for.
I think it's going to be a 0-0. I think it's just going to be a boring game.
0-0.
I think it's just going to be I think Leeds haven't been doing well, and obviously Newcastle are so dodgy at the minute. I think it'd just be like a 0-0, both trying to get a win. It's going to just be a scrappy 0-0.
I back Callum Wilson to get going on that though. Leeds' defence is so bad. Honestly, the goal they conceded last week again, terrible. You can't defend.
I've gone bold, gone 3-0 Leeds.
Oh, that is bold.
Then
bold.
There's Southampton, Arsenal, and West Brom and City later. So obviously Southampton Arsenal was the FA Cup game, 1-0. Obviously Arsenal rested a few players, but Southampton been flying for most of the season. I think they'll win again. To be honest, it's absolutely
If they start players like Willian, who has had 2 shots on target in his last 20 games, I think
that's crazy. That's beyond the.
And Aubameyang's not playing. He's got family problems, so he's gone back to Gabon. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if he's back, but that's why he wasn't playing in the FA Cup. But I think Southampton could win now about 2. I think I'm going to go with 2-0. 2-0.
I've gone 1. I'll go 1-0 Southampton. I think.
Ooh, do I do a different one?
I don't know. I think
just to be different. If Aubameyang's playing, if not, I'm in trouble.
You never know. I don't think you can tell anything of Arsenal this season. Like
they have got more quality than Southampton, like overall.
Yeah.
Southampton, like you said, are just on fire. They'll get.
I think squad selection and team selection from Arteta has been so dodgy this season.
Yeah.
They're playing players like Nketiah up front, but they've got Lacazette sitting on the bench as arguably been one of their best players this season, better players, and they've got a young Balogun who's scoring loads of goals in the youth.
Got a hat trick against Brighton the other day in the under-20.
What
score? Got a well.
Yeah, fair enough.
Can you hear me?
You lag out? Yeah.
Connor, what score are you going for?
I was going to say 2-2, but now I'm thinking Arteta's too defensive for that. I'll go 1-1.
1-1.
What should be 2-2?
Man City away to West Brom. West Brom just useless at the moment. Obviously, they beat Wolves just about, but I just think that
Wolves are terrible at the moment as well. They're so out of form.
I think it could be quite a few goals in this.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a goal. I think Kevin De Bruyne getting injured is a massive blow, but I think the depth in their squad, they've got players like Foden they can play, Ferran Torres they can play, Silva they can play.
Drew 1-1. City and West Brom 1-1.
Yeah, they drew at the end.
1-1.
I think.
Yeah.
Since then, City I think have just gone up another level. I think they're looking solid at the back, and I think they're just. I don't really think Gabriel Jesus is like really like that high level. I think he's a good player, but I think they do miss the quality of like Aguero.
Ever since he got his mouth guard, he just hasn't been good. I'm not, but generally, I'm just saying that. I swear he got a head injury or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a head injury. Put that in. He's been terrible ever since. It's weird.
I think it's going to be 5-0. 5-0 City.
Oh, I cannot see West Brom scoring. If they score against Diaz and Stones, I'm baffled.
What do you say, Conall?
I'll go 4 now.
No, I've gone 4-0 as well. I think City will after them. And obviously there's quite a few games tomorrow. So Burnley, Aston Villa at Turf Moor. What do you think the outcome of that will be?
That's a tricky one,
That is a very tricky one. Obviously Aston Villa are playing well, but Burnley are just a proper grab and smash team. They could either defend the whole game or go and win 1-0 or something like that. So it's so hard to tell. I'm going to go with...
Well, 2 very good goalkeepers. Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I'm going to go 1-0.
Season 1-0.
I'm going to go 1-0.
Conall?
I'll go 1-0 Villa.
1-0 Villa. I think 2-1 Villa. I think they'll just have enough quality with Grealish.
That's the thing that Burnley normally struggle against as well. That's why Liverpool is even more surprising, because they're normally useless against the top 6, and the way Grealish and Watkins are playing at the moment is not far off that level. So I think they'll have enough.
I think he should be at the Champions League club at least. Like,
oh, definitely. Yeah, I don't know why must be so loyal or something. That's crazy.
Yeah, he's ridiculous. Then obviously Chelsea Wolves at 6 o'clock tomorrow as well at Stamford Bridge. Bud, do you think will Tuchel be in charge? Do you think you'll get the win?
I don't know. I don't actually. Well, he was supposed to get announced today, but what's the time? Hopefully, I think if he gets announced today, it's hard. We got beat 2-1 last time, more than you. We should really win. I'm going for a 3-0. I think it's going to be a bit comfortable. New start, players are going to have some sort of boost behind them now. Tammy Abraham hat trick as well, because obviously,
why not?
Best England striker, but we'll take it. I'm going 3-0.
Last season, though, didn't he? He got loads.
He's got a hat. Yeah, he's got a hat trick against them last season, and he's got a hat trick on the weekend. So bringing that confidence into the Prem. I'm saying 3-0. 3-0.
Conall?
I'll go 2-1 Chelsea.
2-1.
Just great.
I think, I'm going to go 3-2 Chelsea. I think Wolves haven't been that great this season, to be honest. And I think Chelsea do have really good players. And maybe, like, with the stuff about Lampard falling out with some players, they might bag.
Brighton,
they do look a bit shaky at the back as well.
It could be the way really good, isn't it? It could rattle them a bit, to be honest. They might end up losing it. You just never know.
Yeah.
Brighton, Fulham, do you think Conall, big game, obviously near the bottom?
Big game. Relegation scrap.
Yeah, I can tell you now, put a tenner on a draw. It will definitely be a draw. Every big game at home against a small team, we draw. Like Watford, Villa last season, this season, Burnley, West Brom. It'll be 1-1, I think.
1-1.
Boring draw.
I think it'll be 0-0.
Yeah, I want to be more confident and say we'll win, but realistically, we always seem to draw these games. Always.
Yeah,
I'm going to go for it. I think Brighton are going to win it 2-1.
We also drew to Fulham away 0-0, which just makes me even more confident it'll be a draw.
Yeah.
Which I won't really be honest. I just want to win this game for a change because it will just put us so much higher up. But I think I hope
tomorrow evening.
It's a must win.
Big game near the top. Everton, Leicester. Both teams been very good recently. Leicester are flying, in particular Maddison, but Vardy's just been ruled out for a few weeks, so he's definitely out of tomorrow. Do you think Leicester will be able to win away at Everton without Vardy?
I don't think they will. Ian hopeless for me, and he has been ever since he left City.
Yeah.
Richarlison, I think, will have a good game. Don't know why. I just feel like he's gonna.
Calvert-Lewin scored.
Yeah, with detail back.
Yeah,
back in the goal. Leicester were class against us, and Maddison was class. But I think Maddison not being able to give the ball to Vardy up front, he's going to be a bit a bit useless. I think. I don't know who else did they have up front. Is it Iheanacho? Did they have anyone else?
Turkish winger, but he's more.
Under.
Harvey Barnes can play there.
Harvey Barnes can
probably. But he's not regular finishing, I don't think. That's one thing that's missing from his game, is just being really clinical.
Yeah, I'd agree. Where do you go? What do you think?
I'm gonna go for a 2-0 Everton, I think.
2-0 Everton.
Bit bold.
I'll go 3-1 Everton. I think Leicester will score and make a game of it, but
I think it might be 2-2. Go for a draw. Then the final game on Wednesday is Man U at home to Sheffield United. I don't think it'll be hard to predict this one, to be honest.
Probably be 4-0 Sheffield United the way the season's going, honestly. You just don't.
It should be just plain sailing, thinking United can win it, but I don't know. I think United will definitely win it, but it's Sheffield United. They could just come under the ground and somehow win, somehow nick a point or something like that.
I think
I don't know.
Trafford, no. I think maybe there was only 3-2 at Bramall Lane, but I think Old Trafford United. I'm gonna go. United personally.
I'll go a boring, forgettable 3-0 United win with scrappy, boring goals. That's what I'm gonna go
for. I'll go for a 2-1 United.
2-1. Which United?
Yeah.
Sheffield.
Yeah, Basham's gonna nod one in the 80th minute to make it 2-1.
Yeah, I think United are just flying.
Honestly, bar the United, Sheffield United, and City, West Brom, all those games are so hard to call. Every single one.
Yeah, I think there's some good games this week, and then obviously one of the biggest games is Spurs Liverpool on Thursday.
Another one, yeah.
Hotspur Stadium. I think this is probably our biggest chance of beating Liverpool in a very long time. I don't think we will, but what do you guys think?
You always seem to draw, don't you? Or am I making that up?
We normally should beat them, but end up losing. We always fluff big chances, and then they just end up scoring a late goal or something.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. You should have won that easily with the second half chances.
Yeah,
I can see you going 1-0 up and then defending, then conceding in the latter stages of the game.
I think the game at Anfield, although Liverpool probably played the better football, we definitely had the better chances, and then just these goals.
I'd be very worried about Liverpool centre backs though, with Son and Kane the way they are at the moment. That's literally the exact area.
That's a good advantage going in there. So shady at the back at the minute. So I mean, especially with Son and Kane, I think you'll win.
You reckon? What's
I'm going with?
I'm gonna go 1-0. Spurs. Sorry, 1-0 Spurs.
Actually, no. I'm going to go with 1-0. I'm just going to play it safe and just going to go for a 1-0.
Masterclass, 1-0. Absolute, just, yeah. Could be horrible.
Buzzing with that, but I'm going to go for a 2-1 Liverpool. I'm not going to back. Now we're going to look at our FPL Fantasy Premier League team. We'll start with Bud, who's struggling in the league, to be honest.
This is a touchy subject for me. I've been sticking by Timo Werner since the very start of the season. And I haven't changed him because I know the second I change him, he's going to look, Timo time. Look, we can't be down there. The boys are letting me down, but I think the comeback's down. I'm aiming for Conall. I'm going to get above Conall. I've got 88 points last week, so I'm on the rise, and my team's looking good. I've got Guaita in goal, which isn't a bad shout, because he does make quite a few saves, gets the point. Castagna at the back, which is lovely. We've got Target for Villa, and we've got Zuma, which is decent defence, I think. And we've got Fernandez. The big guns come out. We've got Fernandez as my captain for this week against Sheffield United, which should bring home the points. We've got Son, which is obviously in overall good, but obviously against Liverpool might not bring back the points. Madison, fingers crossed to get the points, and Mount, who's not been getting the goals and assists, but I think he's always good to have in there, just a cheap midfield. And then the front three, we've got Werner, which has obviously been a bit poor, so not the points there. Who I did triple captain him against Villa, and he came on 10 minutes to go, so that was an L. But we've got Kane, which obviously gave me loads and loads of points this season, and Bamford. So it's a standard team. I think I'm on the rise.
Rise at the table. Conall, you're pretty in fifth. Only 2 points above Bud. What are you saying for this week?
I think mine's looking pretty good. I've got Fabianski and Dawson both away to Palace, so that'll hopefully be a boring 0-0 draw for me. West Brom City have. So I've got Diaz, Mahrez, and Foden in. So that'll be pretty good, hopefully, because it's West Brom. Robertson away to Spurs. I don't have to keep a clean sheet, but hopefully gets an assist or something. Dyer at home to Liverpool's not looking good. Same as Bud. I went Fernandes captain. I went Mahrez vice captain just as a curveball. I don't know why. I should have captained him. I didn't have enough bottle to do it. Rashford as well against Sheffield United. So literally 4 of my players are playing West Brom. 5 of my players are playing West Brom or Sheffield United. So I'm hoping for at least something there. And then I've gone Kane up front at Liverpool, and I've got Ashley Barnes, who got me 8 points last week somehow.
Did you have Ashley Barnes in last week?
Yeah, got 2 bonus points in the penalty. It's so lucky. And he looks injured though. He's coming up yellow, so that's all I can get. He's got a knock.
Go off that.
But I got Smith Rowe on my bench as the first sub, so
yeah,
he should be.
Shout. Then I've got similar. I've got Bruno captain as well. Made the decision this week. I've got.
It's gonna be boring if he was a hat.
Just guaranteed points, especially the pen merchant.
Yeah, that's true.
Penn's free kick, Sheffield United. He's got to get the points. I've got Ederson, Stones, Reguilon, Wan-Bissaka, Cresswell. So hopefully, City, Spurs, United, and West Ham keep clean sheets. And I've got Son, Fernandes, captain. I've put Sterling in this week, so hopefully he does the business. I've got Smith Rowe. Yeah. And then I've got Kane and Callum Wilson. I don't really know why I've got Callum Wilson, but I have got
he hasn't done anything in ages.
Yeah.
Scored.
I was going to put Antonio in, but I just decided against it, which means he'll probably score at least one.
Yeah.
Sterling's not a bad shout, to be honest. I would have put him in, but I'd have the money, so I went with Mahrez instead. He
got injured, so I thought I'd throw Sterling in.
Might play up front as well.
Yeah,
Smith Rowe. You've both got Smith Rowe, haven't you? I think for the price he's good because he's probably one of their best players at the minute. Arsenal. So
I had him in last week. I'm also in the 4th round of the cup, so hopefully I get through. The guy I'm playing his team doesn't look amazing, so but he's also captain Bruno as well. So hopefully I can go through in the cup.
Pick all the way. What do you win?
How many of us went in the cup?
I don't know how many because it was the week where loads of games got cancelled.
Yeah.
So
That's it. I got like 4 points.
4 players played that week. 4 players played me.
We got a table 8. Is it Alfie or Cal at the top at the moment?
Cal. I think Cal's running away with it at the minute. 30 points head.
Cal's the sneaky one. He doesn't tell anyone he's changing his team. He does it.
You go in there and he's got the best possible team for that week every single time.
Yeah. Then Alfie's second. Yeah. So yeah, hopefully he can catch Alfie and go through in the cup. And then we've just got some questions on Instagram. There was only one rude question. Which
that's not bad to be fair. I thought there'd be more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the first question is from Tommy. Honest opinion of Trent Alexander-Arnold as us 3. He said we give him a lot of stick. I think it's mainly Bud.
The group chat, yeah, we do rinse him quite a bit.
I personally think he's a good fullback. I think he's not that great defensively, but I think this season he has been exposed quite a lot and not played well, and a lot of Liverpool's creativity has been lost through him. But I know Bud is a big hater.
There's something about.
I don't rate
him. There's something about him. I've just never seen anything in him. Like it's just because he can cross the ball. He's got a good pass in him, and if he didn't get all them assists last season, no, he wouldn't be talked about as much. Like
he's
defending. Everyone just got to realise he's awful at defending. Gets exposed against Southampton. Lost the ball 38 times in the game. Sorry, with a bit of quality, you can't be doing that. He's a professional footballer.
He's clearly very talented, but I'm just surprised he hasn't worked. We know he can cross it, and he's got an amazing pass. So why isn't he just on the training ground working defending every week? Because every week I see him play, I just think if you could defend, you'd be really good. That's the bottom line.
I would agree. I think he's a player, but I would agree he needs to work.
If you take this and that passing ability, then I don't know what he offers really.
I think for England's sake as well, I don't think he'll be the right fit for when he's coming up against an Mbappe. For France, I just think he's going to get absolutely torn to shreds.
He's better Walker.
Yeah, I prefer Walker. I prefer Wan-Bissaka.
Oh, Wan-Bissaka is terrible.
I think defensively, he's much the better right back. But Walker's a good shout. Or Reece James.
I go Walker just about, but the way he's playing at the moment, he's pushed his line. Honestly, every right back just seems to.
Yeah. The second question is from Alfie. Who is England's best current striker? I know this is.
We all know this. Everyone who's listening, we all know it's Tammy Abraham. And my reasons are: he scores Champions League goals. Kane don't. Ings don't. Just hat-trick against
Kane's got more goals for him overall. I'm not
11 goals this season.
I'm not even.
I think leading up to the Euros, your striker needs to score Champions League goals. Obviously, Kane's not doing that. Abraham is. I think
so many Champions League goals when
I think, honestly, people actually give Abraham so much stick. I think he's unbelievable, and target man is unbelievable. He just, for his age, playing number 9 for Chelsea, he scored 16 goals last season. He's got 11 goals in all competitions this season. Scored 7 in the Prem this season. I think if he keeps on doing that for about 3 more seasons, he'll be one of the best in the world.
I think that's waffling. So moving on.
Yeah, so don't
question: thoughts on Lampard being sacked, which we've obviously already answered. Lewis Wells asks, who is the GOAT? I assume he means football and not basketball. So I'm gonna say, in terms of players, I would say Messi. I don't think there's obviously.
I just don't see the debate. It's Messi. I just don't see the debate. It's Messi.
I've always thought Ronaldo's a better striker, obviously, because he is a striker. He's probably the best striker of all time. But as an overall player, it's got to be Messi for me.
Even a goal scorer. I was looking at some thread on Twitter today. I don't know if you saw it. And the stats, oh my God, 91 goals in a single season. Incredible.
I've watched both live, and Messi was by far more.
Yeah, you was lucky because when he came to Wembley, it wasn't like it's hard because if you want to see Messi, you want him to have a good game. If you go and see him and he's a bit lost or he's not a good game, it's boring. But you saw him proper tearing up against in the Champions League against you lot. So.
I feel like CR7 supporters always look at the stats and they say, "Oh, Ronaldo's won this many trophies, scored this many." But the one stat that really stood out to me was that Ronaldo's actually scored less goals in his time at Real Madrid at the same time that Messi did.
Messi,
Messi scored more goals than he did when he was at Real Madrid, which is just
And I feel like always an argument as well is like, oh, Ronaldo's done it in the Serie A in the Prem, but I feel like why would Messi want to leave? He's scoring so many goals a season. He's played with Suarez, Neymar, all these players. You wouldn't want to leave. I think he's just unbelievable.
I don't think he can do it in other leagues.
I agree. Sam Miles asked opinion on Greeny's United season so far. Not very good, to be honest. I don't think we're going to talk about it. We need to give everyone a little rundown. Greeny's United, greatest club in Brighton Hove. But this season, we've had a few games where we've had a lack of players. We've had COVID done us to our fitness. Our season's been good. I think we've had a decent season. I think we can play a lot better than we are. We can definitely play a lot better.
There's a constant change. It's
I feel like uni as well. I think people going to uni just means there's a lot of rotation in the squad. Yeah, I think fitness is our biggest issue, to be honest. Yeah, definitely. Hopefully, 100. I know all the boys have been training hard in lockdown, so hopefully we'll be back so hard after lockdown. And then
follow it.
Yeah, follow the Instagram.
Instagram. And then the final question is from Jake Harley. He asked me genuine reasons for supporting Spurs, but I'll change the question to genuine. What's your reason for supporting your team? So for me, I have family from Tottenham. My family. Oh no, I'm in the mud here.
They're gonna say you've really dropped Bud, innit?
Yeah.
I like blue.
I went there as a kid, at a young age, so that's why.
Dad's Brighton fan. Got Brighton season when I was 10, I think. Just local team, innit?
Cool.
Any other questions? Or
that was all the questions. We don't have many followers yet, so if everyone could follow the Instagram, Football Opinion.
More questions.
Get some more questions in. But thank you both for coming on, and
it's been a pleasure.
Enjoy.
Thank you.